What's up, guys, and welcome to another Resident Evil 7 theory. This time we will be talking about the ghost girl we see at the end of the Baker's trailer. Now, what I believe about this girl, I believe that she is one of the Bakers, that she is a part of the Baker's family. One of the things that points to this is the picture we find in the Twilight demo. The picture we find in the Twilight demo clearly shows Jack and Margaret with two children. One is a male, the other one is a female. Now, we all know one of their kids is Lucas Baker, someone who was known to be a bad kid, while the other one has yet to be discovered. I believe that the ghost girl we see at the end of the Baker's trailer is the girl in this picture. Now, I want you guys to take a look at the riddle we also found in the Twilight demo. 5 guests murdered, but where is unknown, nothing to point to their final gravestones. Now, at the table in the Baker's trailer, we see 4 members of the Baker family. We see Jack Baker, we see Marguerite Baker, we see Lucas Baker, and we see the old woman who is alive that is confirmed, and her name is Camille Baker. 4 members of the family. Now, it seems that Jack, Margaret, Lucas, and Camille, along with us, makes 5 members of the family. So they're trying to replace a member of the family with us. And I believe that whatever virus that gave them their abilities killed them. But when the virus killed them, it also brought them back to life, except with different powers. Perhaps this is what the cult is. This cult dies and they come back to life. I think it's pretty cool them bringing zombies back. But anyways, what does this have to do with the riddle I just mentioned? 5 guests murdered, but where is unknown, nothing to point to their final gravestones. I believe that this is referencing the Bakers. The Bakers died by this virus. They were murdered by it, if you want to call it that. And then as they were revived by the same virus with powers, there was nowhere to point to their gravestones because they walk among the living. That's how I interpret this riddle. I believe the riddle is about the Bakers. So why are they trying to replace this little girl? I wish we had more clues, but however, I'm going to give my theory about why I believe they're trying to replace her. Perhaps maybe she's defective. She looks very, very young, and the 2 times we saw her once in the Desolation trailer and once at the end and it always seems that she is just a little girl, despite the fact that in that picture we saw in the Twilight demo, she almost seems like the same age as Lucas. Perhaps they're twins, but one has grown and one has stayed the same. Perhaps this is the reason why the Bakers don't like her. Perhaps they just see her as defective or, not normal to their standards anyways. Maybe there is another deeper reason. Seeing the way the Bakers interact with one another at the end of the Desolation trailer, they seem to be a very dysfunctional family, however, functional in their own way. It seems that Jack is an abusive father to his son and very abusive to his wife. We see her threaten to hit her if she didn't leave the room. We saw him cut through Lucas's arm. Perhaps Lucas is a bad kid because of Jack. They seem like a very, very dysfunctional family. However, in their own world, they are a functional family and they want to keep the family together. And maybe Jack and Marguerite kicked this girl out of the mansion. One of the things that makes me think this is, if you remember the Desolation trailer, we saw a woman look up at the mansion. A lot of people say that she's probably Maya as well, but I'm going to go on the limb and say that this is the ghost girl. Also, outside of the mansion in the Desolation trailer, as well as the beginning of the Baker's trailer, we did see these figures outside, these models. I'll show 2 pictures on your screen. And in the Lantern gameplay, we saw dolls that were outside of the mansion as well, on the gates on the left and the right hand side. Also in the Resident Evil 7 demo, if you pick up the bolt cutters, we see one of these dolls land in front of us. Perhaps this is pointing out that the ghost girl is in fact a little girl who is in love with her arts and crafts, who likes making these dolls, these models. You know, maybe she's doing it for attention, maybe she's doing it to impress her parents. Um, Another question I thought of was if she's outside of the mansion, if Jack and Marguerite did kick her out of the house for whatever reason, why doesn't she just leave? And then it hit me. Her abilities are probably not normal. Probably her abilities is just as crazy as the rest of the family. So maybe this is the only place where she'll be accepted, where her powers will be accepted. That's why she wants to stay. Maybe that's why she makes all these models just, to get the love of her parents back. It's pretty twisted stuff. I did try to find more evidence that she is just a young girl. So me and my friends, we decided to go into the Resident Evil 7 demo just to find something. And then we came up with this conclusion that maybe the person who we see in the tape anyways constantly appear for a second when you look at them, then automatically disappear. Perhaps this is not Marguerite as I previously thought. Perhaps this is the ghost girl following us everywhere. And perhaps she only exists in the tape and not the main portion of the game. Perhaps not the present, but only the past. Because at the time where Clancy was going through the house, perhaps she was still living there. Maybe that's why we constantly saw this ghost girl pop up everywhere. I thought it was Marguerite. Comparing the figure we saw in the past and at the end of the demo, comparing this woman, and they obviously have their differences. And in my opinion, you're free to disagree here. I think that the outfits the demo past girl wears, as well as the end of the Baker's trailer, that girl, their clothes do seem very, very similar. Let me know what you guys think about that one. But anyways, that's my theory on the ghost girl. I believe that she is the daughter of Jack and Marguerite Baker. However, they kicked her out of the house for some reason. She's creating all these models, to get their attention and their respect back somehow. I'm not really sure, and she just lingers outside because she doesn't want to leave because this is the only place where her powers will be truly, truly accepted. Let me know what you guys think about this theory. I know it was a ton, but I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.